Hi guys, my name is Blake. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing my September TBR. September is the start of spooky season for me. And here on our pumpkin patch, we already had some gourds come in. So it's definitely on the way and I'm really excited. And I have kind of a spooky season plan. And I want to do themed reading vlogs throughout spooky season. So for September, I was thinking I would do vampire books. Of course, I won't be reading entirely just vampire books throughout the month of September. I will throw other things in there as well. But my goal is to mostly read 3 vampire books is my goal. I just started back at graduate school, so I'm not sure with my course schedule how much time I'll have to read. So I have 3 smaller vampire books here that I wanted to talk about. In the month of June, I read The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. And while I had very mixed feelings about that book and ultimately ended up not enjoying it, I still wanted to read more vampire books. I haven't read vampire books in quite some time, and I am really in a vampire reading mood. So for my reading vlog, my goal is to read 3 vampire books, and I think I can pull that off. The first book that I wanted to talk about was The Quick by Lauren Owen. I have never heard anyone on BookTube talking about this book. No one that I know of anyway, but on Goodreads it has some very mixed reviews. It seems like people say that this book is very slow. It seems to be more on the atmospheric side, but it does have vampires in it, and I am pretty intrigued. I do like atmospheric books, and just like when I picked this up just a minute ago, I noticed that it was blurbed by Deborah Harkness, the author of A Discovery of Witches. I read that book a couple months ago and I hated it, so maybe that's not a good sign. But I like the cover and it's been on my TBR for a while, so I'm just gonna jump into it now. The next book on my list is Vampire Empire, The Greyfriar by Clay and Susan Griffith. I read another series by this husband and wife author duo a couple years ago. Because I enjoyed that series, I thought I would read this one as well. It is really short, but also this book is taking place in this world where vampires have taken over, and we are following our main character, who is this princess of sorts. And she's going on a diplomatic mission, and she must be paired up with this vampire hunter. The next book I want to read is Bleeding Hearts by Emma Hamm. I have been following Emma Hamm on social media for the longest time, and I have never read any of her books. I own several of them. I have a couple physical copies, I have a couple ebook copies, yet for some reason I just haven't picked up anything by her yet. And I really need to, because she is such a fantastic person. Like, she seems so nice, and she's so lovely when she talks about her books online. And I really wanted to read something and support her as an author. And she has a Halloween series coming out, starting with Bleeding Hearts in September. I think it's like at the very end of September, and I'm going to pick that one up because it is about this witch who hunts vampires, and I'm sure because Emma Hamm specializes in fantasy romance, I'm sure there is a romantic element to it. Those are all of the books that I definitely want to read because they do have vampires and they are shorter. But getting to some books that I might pick up if I have time. And the first one will be Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. If I can get this one from my library, I definitely will. I am on hold. I don't know where I am in line for it, but I would definitely love to get to that one. I only know it's about this guy that's in this religious brotherhood in this world that has been taken over by vampires, and he is a vampire hunter. That's all I know so far, but like, I'm really into that setup. the author said it was very, very dark, and I am looking forward to that. I am a little nervous though because I did not like the Nevernight book, so I'm cautiously optimistic about that one. And lastly, I would like to get to Night Film by Marisha Pessl if I can. This book was all over BookTube a couple years ago. So many people that I watch really enjoyed this one. I think this is like a thriller horror setup. And it's delivered in like a really interesting format. It's got mixed media type stuff going on. And I really enjoy that mixed media format style. At the moment, those are all the things that I'm planning on reading in September. My TBR is subject to change because I am definitely a mood reader. But let me know what your reading plans are for September, or if you have read any of these books, because I would love to know. And I'll see you again with another video soon. Bye!